I'm musical. Dear hopefuls, happy Tuesday. So in my video last week, which I will put up here, I think, I said that this week I was going to be doing the musical theatre tag. So here it is. I found this tag on Johnny Vickers' channel, otherwise known as I Read Books in Nightclubs. So I will link his channel down below, and I will put a link to the link that Johnny included in his video as to where he got the tag from. They will be down in the description. Okay, so musical theatre, one of my favourite things ever. Like, I mean, there's a big hint on the wall over here, there's a Les Mis poster. But yeah, I love musical theatre, and it's quite possibly my dream to go into musical theatre at some point in the future. I've just finished my second year at university studying drama, and I have no idea what I want to do after university, but musical theatre is something that I'm considering, even though I can't dance. So, musical theatre tag. Question number 1. What was the first musical you ever saw? First musical I ever saw was Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat when I was maybe 5 or 6. And Joseph was my first love. I didn't really know musicals were a thing when I first saw Joseph, and I saw it many times in the space of like 2 or 3 years. Which leads on to question number 2, which is, what was your favourite musical growing up? The answer is Joseph. I didn't really see any other musicals until I was like 11, at which point I saw Kiss Me Kate. Was I ever in a musical? Yes, I have been in. Wait, let's get this right. The first musical I was ever in was Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I played Simeon, one of the brothers. I've also been in Oliver, where I was part of the chorus, Grease, where I played Miss Lynch, Wonderful Town, where I was in the chorus, and Les Miserables, where I did a lot of chorusy bits, and I was also Courfeyrac, one of the students. Question 4 is, what was the first musical you saw on Broadway? I was so fortunate to visit New York in August of 2016, and I saw 2 shows on Broadway. The first being Les Mis, because why not? And the second being Chicago. Question 5 is, if you could be any female character in any musical, who would you be and why? I would love to play the role of Jenna in Waitress. Those songs, and I mean, also Pie. I like Pie. The 6th question is, if you could be any male character in any musical, who would you be and why? I would want to be Javert from Les Miserables, and I will catch Jean Valjean one day. I got another text. My favourite musical song to sing in the shower. I sing anything and everything in the shower. Sometimes I'm in a Les Mis mood, sometimes I'm in a Phantom of the Opera mood, sometimes in a Waitress mood, sometimes Avenue Q, Chicago, any musical. But my recent thing to sing in the shower, should have heard me this morning, is Dear Evan Hansen, and it's become my new shower show, as I like to call them. Who is your favourite theatre actress? Harry Hope Fletcher. I saw her in The Addams Family last month, and she was amazing. And my favourite theatre actor is probably Lee Mead. I've only ever seen him live in one show, which was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, where he played Cratchit's Potts opposite Carrie as Trudy Scrumptious. Question 10 is, favourite film adaptation of a musical? I'm not the biggest fan of film adaptations of musicals, because I think that sometimes something's lost in translation between stage and film. Like, the Les Mis film was good, but it wasn't brilliant in my opinion. I do like when stage shows are filmed as a stage show. So recently there's been the filming of Billy Elliot and Miss Saigon, and also there was the Les Mis 25th anniversary, and there's been Rent, they filmed the final Broadway show, and I love seeing stage shows as stage shows. What do you think is the most underrated musical? I would probably say Company by Stephen Sondheim. Even though it is a Sondheim musical, you don't hear much about it. I'd heard the music from it, I knew of it, and I'd heard it. The first time I ever saw it was last year, and it was put on at my university. Like, I've not seen anything, and then it was there. An overrated musical. I'm kind of gonna say Bugsy Malone, because it was like all the thing for a bit, and I just got bored of it. Like, it's good, but it's not great. What musical made you cry? Most of them. Les Miserables has me crying with the opening notes, and Blood Brothers just has me crying. When me and my mum watched the stage filming, when they filmed the stage version, they filmed Miss Saigon, and me and my mum were watching it on DVD. I asked my mum what she thought at the end of it, and she said it was good but sad. And my reply was, that's how I like my musicals. Turns out I like good but sad musicals. So most musicals have made me cry, but I think the two that make me cry the most are Les Mis and Blood Brothers. What musical made you laugh? The most recent one to make me laugh is probably Addams Family, because it's dark humour. I think I belonged in the Addams Family. Like, it was right on my sense of humour. Are there any musicals you saw and hated? I find it really hard to hate a musical because I love musicals. And so if I see a musical that isn't great, I always try and find the good in it. The most recent example that I can think of is actually La La Land. And while it isn't a stage musical, it's still a musical film. Musically it's good, cinematography of it is good, and all that. There's just something about it that I don't like. I think it's mostly the plot that I find it like a bit eh. And so the only musical that I can think of that I saw and didn't immediately go, I want to see that again, which is what I do with most musicals. The only one that I haven't seen and immediately being like, I want to go and see that again, is We Will Rock You. It was good because it was the music of Queen, and I love Queen's music, and so I loved it that way, but I just thought the plot was a bit meh. What musical do you want to see as a film? I'd rather see shows filmed on stage rather than actual film adaptations, but I think a musical that could be kind of cool as a film is Avenue Q. I want to be Kate Monster. Please let me be Kate Monster. Which musicals are you dying to see? There are two musicals that I'm dying to see. I would say three, but I have tickets for one of them. So, the two musicals that I'm dying to see, and I hope come to the UK at some point, or I go back to the US and see them, are Dear Evan Hansen and Waitress. I saw the film Waitress, like the film that the musical is based on. And I think it'd be really interesting to see the film, but as the musical. Because like I was watching the film and it was good, but then because I knew the music, I was just expecting the songs. And so I think that would be an interesting thing to do and see. Any movie or book that you think should be turned into a musical? I would say Waitress, but that's already happened. I'm gonna say Tangled. Disney. Good old Disney. Question 19, the final question is, what is your all-time favourite musical? There's a big hint on my wall there, but I love so many musicals that it really depends on what mood I'm in. So like sometimes I'm in the mood to listen to Phantom, sometimes I'm in the mood to listen to Les Mis, sometimes Blood Brothers, Company, Chicago, Avenue Q, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, Book of Mormon, all of these musicals, just every single musical. So my all-time favourite musical, if I just have to pick one, is probably Les Mis. I love most musicals. Thank you for watching, and I will see you back here next Tuesday.